So we're at that time of the year where a couple people are getting close to finishing their PR seasons, or getting like, I don't know, probably like a month away from finishing. Just a couple. I know there's some people out there that are like not even close, like Dev 20 or whatever. But this video, every year I give you guys this big tip in how to maximize your rewards because it's going to help you out a lot in the long run if you guys are patient and not rushing. It will be much better this way. So unfortunately, I took the slower route because I wanted to make a Dev 30 Kearsarge video. So again, I'm behind on Hindenburg by like a week, but it's not the end of the world. So depending on what kind of PR season you guys are doing, I'm use 6 as an example because it's the newest one as of this year. It's ideal to keep at least one of the SSR ships not maxed out. Depending on which one you guys don't want to max out, it's ideal just to not max out any of them. Now here's another thing as well too. The moment you guys can max out a Dev 30 SSR or a UR ship, or in this case specifically a SSR ship, you want to max them out right away, because what this does is that you stop getting face missions for these PR ships. So for example, my Shimanto right there is Dev 30. I don't get Shimanto missions anymore. Like, it's all gone. So that's going to help me in the long run get more prints for Felix and what's her name? I forgot her name. Flandre. So what this does is that it cuts down on the amount of face missions you guys see, which means you're going to have more opportunities to get more Q missions. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let's say, for example, there are about 20 different kinds of researchers that you guys can pick from here. Now, without Shimanto face missions, you're basically losing, like, let's say, like, I don't know, three or four of them. Now you're down to like 16. I know that's not the exact amount, but that's just an example. It lowers your chance of getting more Q missions and more base missions for the other ships that you guys don't have. Now this is very important when it comes to DR, because what I mean by you guys don't want to specifically rush a specific DR ship unless you just like them for that specific reason, is because now, even though you may max out like a Kearsarge or a Hindenburg, the other ship is going to be a little bit far behind. And I'm not going to give out any specific dates, but roughly around this time of year, about 2 or 3 years ago, World 14 came out. And if you guys don't already know, they announced Chapter 15, Japanese anniversary. Now, I'm not saying it's going to come out this month. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying there may be a chance that Chapter 15 may be coming out soon, and you guys may want to have more preparations done in regards to Chapter 15. When 14 came out, I finished E-Girl and my Haku Ryu at that time, and my 10 Rise, so I was gaming. I'm good to go. Now, I'm not saying Kearsarge or Hindenburg are going to be mandatory when it comes to Chapter 15, but they might have nice options to allow you to bring more different styles in, depending on what kind of content World 15 is going to be. I specifically think Hindenburg and Unzen are going to be very good in Chapter 15, so that's why I kind of want to have Hindenburg ready, but now I did Kearsarge Dev Theory, now it's going to be kind of behind. So when it comes to DRs, it's a little bit different. If you guys are doing Q missions, you don't want to max out Kearsarge and Hindenburg like very fast. Like, you don't want to prioritize one of them. You want to max them out roughly around the same time. What I mean by this is that you get more value out of your your universal print. So for example, right here, like a couple days ago or whatever, I tossed in 60 or something to max out my Kearsarge. That's the wrong play right there. What I mean by this is, if you guys hold your universal prints and you spam more Q missions, this opens up more opportunity for you to get more to get more prints for both the options of, I can't even click it right now, but you get the options of both a UR ship for Hindenburg and for Kearsarge, rather than just Hindenburg only, because when you max out Kearsarge, you don't need her prints anymore for a very long time. So again, if you guys can get value from your cube missions and maybe even your G missions as well too, You want to get value out of these until you get to the very last bits of universal prints that cover for both Hindenburg and Kearsarge. So for example, if you guys don't already know, it takes 513 prints to max out a DR ship. Let's say both of them is 500 right now. It's 13 away from Dev 30 on Kearsarge and 13 away from Hindenburg. If you have 26 prints left over for the universal prints, these things right here, that's the time to max them out. That's when you want to max out your Kearsarge and Hindenburg. That way, you finish them much faster, and you're able to use them at an earlier pace compared to the person who just like, let's dump 70 universal prints into Hindenburg or Kearsarge, if that makes any sense. Best way for me to explain it is basically saying, like, let's say I have two buns for a burger. Like I can have a chicken burger or a I don't know, beef burger, right? I want my beef burger right now, so I eat that. But now I have to wait for my chicken burger to cook. Otherwise, I can't eat it right now because it's uncooked, right? However, if I put the chicken burger and the beef bun on the stove at the same time, and I take them out at the same time, I get both of them much faster compared to the guy who put all the heat onto the beef burger and waited for the chicken burger. Does that make any sense? So again, you want to hold these universal prints to the very last moment so you can max out both Hindenburg and Kearsarge at the same time to get more value out of your basic mission. Sorry, to get more value out of these missions right here. Because when you guys max out, let's say Kearsarge, you can still get Kearsarge prints, but they're not going to be of value for you. You want the Hindenburg prints. Versus if you guys don't max out any of them, you want either or, you up your odds of getting any of these prints, and you get more value out of your universal prints. Does that make any sense? This also works for gear prints as well too. As of right now, I'm doing it my own strategy where I kind of want to have two Hindenburg guns ready in terms of just having more options available for when chapter 15 comes out, right? So if I want to do another strategy, I want to keep one ship just not maxed out. In this case, I'm probably going to keep Felix Schultz, not Dev 30, for a very long time, so I can get more Q missions that I can use for getting the Hindenburg gun. Because again, if you guys max out Dev 30 a new PR ship, you don't get missions for them anymore until you finish all of those ships at Dev 30 for that season. Keep in mind this for PR6 only. So in this case, if we go back here, I get face missions for Felix, and I get face missions for Hindenburg, and I get face missions for Flandre. So once I get Flandre maxed out, it's basically Hindenburg and Felix Schultz only. Once I max Hindenburg, it's just Felix Schultz only, and we avoid doing those and just spam the Q missions to get more chances for the Hindenburg. Make any sense? So it's a bit of an advanced strategy. If you guys are confused, I've talked about this in many PR seasons before this. This is like a little min-max strategy that you guys can do to get more value out of your researches going towards the end of your season when you're about to finish up. I know for the most part it's not that big of a deal, but on the off chance that we are getting chapter 15 very early, I want to make sure you guys are prepared and not feeling like left out. Because I remember when World 14 came out, I said like, wow, this is really hard. Thank God I have Hakuryu and E-Girl done in time for this update. So I want to make sure you guys don't miss out this time around. All right. So if you guys have questions, feel free to let me know. I know it may not make sense to you guys for me talking the way I talk, because I talk very fast. But if you guys want to have a better explanation, like through typing or something, I can explain that better if you guys want to look at it that way. All right. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm out of here. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.